Welcome to this month's edition of the Hello Woodlands Nonprofit of the Month Highlight. Hi, I'm Randy Lovelace with Paragon Independent Insurance, and I'm right here with my really super good friend, Zach Richmond, Richmond Realty, Remax, Woodlands Spring, or is it Spring Woodlands?
You nailed it.
Okay, I nailed it. So we're going to be talking with Zach about a nonprofit. It's the Freeman Foundation Institute of Research. No, Research Institute.
Yeah.
He's gonna make it right. So.
We got an acronym, yes.
But Zach's going to talk to us about this foundation,
Yeah.
and it sounds really awesome, and I'm really excited to learn about it. So.
Thank you. And it's just an awesome opportunity here to be part of Randy's community series. I know you guys have seen all of his other videos, and they're wonderful. So it's really cool that somebody like yourself dedicates time with Hello Woodlands, and they give back to the community and the not-for-profits that are here, whether you need it, don't know about it, or just general exposure. So it's really cool that you're highlighting the beauty of this community, and that's the giving back nature.
Amen.
Yeah, right. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Tell us about the foundation.
Well,
What's the name? Freeman?
Yeah, it's Freeman Foundation for Neurological Research. Yeah, so this was actually started by a guy, Tim Freeman, and he's been here locally. Him and his wife have worked here a long time. They've raised kids here. Awesome couple. But there was one day where he was just going about normal business, and all of a sudden he wasn't sure what was going on. And so when he went to go get tested, he found out that he had Parkinson's. Right? So the Freeman Foundation for Neurological Research, this guy's a fighter. Like, I wish he was here. He had to take some out-of-town clients. He's in the medical field. But he is such, he's such an amazing guy. Like, he has taken this Parkinson's, and he hasn't made it a weakness. He's actually made it into a strength. And so for the last 5 years, he's been advocating with the Michael J. Fox Foundation.
Cool.
Yeah, and he's one of the ambassadors for him. So he goes up to Washington, New York. Like, he is representing Montgomery County for the Michael J. Fox Foundation. We've been able to raise money for Parkinson's research over the last 5 years. At a couple events, we've had Birdies for Parkinson's. We've had Shake, Rattle, and Bowl. I love that personal favorite, right? But in a couple other events, and we want to try and do a bartender shootout. But what's really cool about it is the 501c3, the Freeman Foundation for Neurological Disease Research, was set up because this isn't just about Parkinson's, right? So I want to pull this up real quick. And this is on the website that we have. But the World Health Organization in 2007, they have an article here that says 50 million people suffer from epilepsy, 24 million with Alzheimer's and other dementias. Neurological disorders affect everybody. I mean, when they count neurological disorders, that is Alzheimer's, stroke, I mentioned epilepsy, Parkinson's, Rett syndrome, Batten's. Like, these are parts of your brain that are affected with this chemical imbalance, and we don't know actually what's going on, but we've made some really big strides. And Tim is really close to our family, and so is his wife. And just recently, in the last 5 years, our family, my father was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and so it's one of those things where
It's really close to your heart.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's a great thing. We've always supported it since he started this. But when it's directly relating to you, it's not just like, hey, this is a great cause. Like, this is like,
It's personal.
yeah, like I might be conflicted with Parkinson's whenever I'm older. Like, Rachel might be my caretaker, and if it misses me, maybe it goes to one of my kids. And it's one of those things where if we can race to the finish about who can really solve this mystery first, it'd be wonderful for all of us with neurological diseases. And so the way we set it up is this is more than just Parkinson's. That's what I was getting at is 90% of the funds go to Michael J. Fox Research, and the other 10% go to the Texas Children's NRI, so the Neurological Research Institute, and they search all the types of neurological diseases. So once we're able to figure out the cure or the prevention or the cause, whatever we can do, and we can get to the point where Parkinson's is something that can be cured or prevented, we don't want this foundation to end just at Parkinson's. We want it to be the
Keep
next.
going.
Yeah, we're going to tackle something else, because if they're all in the same part of the brain, whether it's the childhood afflicted ones, Angelman's, or Alzheimer's, dementia. So
Right now, the target is Parkinson's, and then you just keep adding the targets as you take care of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really cool because this was started with a guy from Montgomery County, right? I mean, he played football for UT. He's been in medical sales for 20 years. Like, this guy is driven and disciplined. And he's told me, like, this is not something that's, it's not something that's going to hold him back. If anything, I've seen him be stronger just in the last 7-8 years since he's been diagnosed. And so it's a constant battle every day for families, and they even set up support with caretakers. Mm-hmm. So, it's crazy. Once we started to be more vocal with this, it's really hard to talk about, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk about, hey, how are you doing? Oh, fine. We had a bad day. It's like, no, nobody wants to talk about that, but we're getting more vocal, and support is the big thing, because caretakers really go through a lot. Parkinson's, for those that don't know, is kind of like, it's not just shakes. Everybody thinks it's just the shaking, but it's like the melting pot of neurological diseases. Like, we get mixture of muscle loss, memory loss, vocal loss. It's like, it affects everything.
Well, even the caretakers are going to get stressed, and I guess PTSD. I don't know if that's the right term for it, but
something,
they need help as well.
It's tough, Yeah. I mean, this isn't something that just is balanced with medicine. There's constant evaluating, doctors' checkups. I mean, this is constant. There's so many diseases that afflict us out here in this world so much. And, we're blessed. When my father was first diagnosed, they told us that he had ALS. And so we thought he was going to die, Lou Gehrig's in 6 months. And they said that's all he has to live. And then when we got him re-diagnosed and we truly found it was Parkinson's, it was one of those things, Randy, where it's like, we have never been so happy to have somebody diagnosed with the neurological disease. So, we get to spend time with him now. We get to, be around him, and just the family of Parkinson's, like people that have experienced it. Like, I've had so many people come up to me and say, like, my grandmother had it, my mom had it, my uncle had it. And it's like, there's so many people out there that we talk to on a daily basis that were afflicted some way or shape or form in their family. And a lot of times, Tim was telling me this, a lot of times back in the day, they didn't really know what Parkinson's really was. And so they just called it old age. So we actually think that there's a lot more cases that have been afflicted in genetics and family, but we just didn't know what it was back. And so we have much more sophistication in our medical diagnoses and research and all that stuff. So
what can the community, what can Montgomery County, the people here and businesses do for this foundation?
Just like continued support. I mean, thank you so much. And that's why I love Randy. I mean, he's taking his time out of his day, his resources to highlight newer not-for-profits in the community, and like such a cool video series that Hello Woodlands and Randy are doing. So I can't thank you enough for allowing us to be the spotlight for November. And gosh, I really wish you guys could see Tim, because that guy is, like, he is the man. But one thing you guys could do is just, if you know somebody that might have it, just get them connected to us. Like, we love to try and help out families. I mean, right now we don't have a cure. We don't have a way to know if it's in your family bloodstream, all that stuff. Yeah, we'd love for monetary support, but there's that emotional support that we just don't have yet, that we're trying to work on and building. Just that network of people that just, the FAQs, like, what do I do? What do I, and it's every case is totally different.
Yeah. Every
case is totally different, which is the hard part about it. But just like, just show some love, give a hug. It's really hard for families to talk about. And, it's it is what it is, right? I don't know how to go.
You have some fundraisers coming up?
We do. Yeah. Thank you so much. Birdies for Parkinson's. We just had that golf tournament. The Freeman Foundation put that on. It was